Hello, Grand Rising. I don't know if you can hear me properly. I just looked over at my microphone. Hello. Um, I was just listening to. Hello. I was just listening to the Draconic Priestess over in her corner of the world, corner of the internet, corner of this experience, and then I was just finishing eating my food. I love to have people in the background while I'm doing eating stuff, but also if I can't find something good to watch on YouTube, then I will typically go to reality TV lately. But yeah, um, love what she is doing over there, Meg, at the Draconic Priestess, even over at her second channel, the Refined Draconic Priestess Refined. Sagittarius messages are appreciated there. But also, I was just listening to a music track. JDB released a music track, and it hits every note. Like, I don't know how to describe it. You're just gonna have to go listen to it, which is why I asked before if I shared it or not. But yeah, JDB Productions, like, oh, loved that. How are you, Mystical Angels? I've been following her channel for a while and I had no idea what direction she could go in. And that's the best thing about looking at people who are content creators. They can really steer their channel in any direction they want to at any point as well. And it's like, as long as you understand how to interact with the algorithm, and as long as you understand how to hold on to your light and your drive and your passion, and really just stay in your own world. I don't know how to describe it more than that, but getting to watch other people do it and being inspired by them regularly. And I have to say, the women of YouTube are really, really, really lately making me, I don't know, making me feel sure that the world is ready for the huge transition that we're all going through together as a collective, as a species, as a planet. Like, who else? What? Because right now I'm struggling to think of men that are out there doing what we could be doing or what we are doing, if you know what I mean. So, Spirit of Tali, he's great. I don't know how my micro, I don't know how to say it, but my soul will over in the UK somewhere. But really, I've been getting a lot of. I don't know if you have as well, though. I'm sure that, like, I just realized we're all going through stuff at the same time, always at the same time, and it's life doesn't happen inside of a vacuum, and Earth would make for a terrible vacuum anyway. So, yeah. Divine Elemental, hello. How are you? No drama. I'm just sort of flowing on the back of even the conversation we had last night, Divine. That was probably the longest conversation I've had on the phone for a long time, and this again, it's a reflection of people being willing to step out of masculine energy and be in feminine energy, allow the universe to really demonstrate, okay, what is actually for me to go through, what is actually for me to process, what is available inside of this experience, what is available inside of this day, from when the sun rises to the sun setting. What is it that I can do with my day, my life, my world? And so, to all the women who are showing up on the internet and being brilliant, brilliant role models on how to just let the universe speak through you, even when you are taking masculine approaches and demonstrating for others how to reach that same place of peace, and I'm seeing a bee. Bee, what are you doing? It's too cold to be out. You're gonna freeze. Um, but yeah, what could a bee mean? My laptop just turned on. It's 12:02. 1202. Ooh. What else? I don't know. What could we talk about? How are you? You're still in that open energy, yeah. If you have anything strange happen around you, by the way, just as a casual warning, because it happened to me, I accidentally spilled my bowl of lettuce today, and I had just made the bowl of lettuce, and so I mean, I don't want to call it under the umbrella of retrograde, but general clumsiness or general spatial awareness can be a a focus, if you will. Because when my bowl of lettuce fell on the floor, I looked at it entirely and I was like, okay, because the night before, last night, I don't know why I'm talking like this, I went out to the moon and I made 2 bottles of water. So I've got new moon water and I've intended them for seeds of manifestation, call or invoke, and I've done release and surrender. So now I have 2 feminine new moon, or even potentially masculine new moon, very assertive, very action oriented. Release and surrender could be feminine, this could be masculine, I don't know. And then I've also got my clove water, so just putting cloves. And then this is forming a really nice base just naturally, which I will use for clove property stuff. This one is the cinnamon that I've got that came with a bit of sugar, so it's a bit weird. Looks a bit like a lava lamp to me. I don't know how it's so coagulated, but yeah, this one is newer than the other one, so I don't know if cinnamon takes longer to separate tannins from physical, but yeah, I think this looks really bloody weird. Yeah. Cinnamon and clove. Anyway. And that water that the cinnamon and clove are in are actually from the Sagittarius full moon, I think it was. And so the rest of the new moon water that I had is now inside of my vessel. This was supposed to be a gift, but I ended up keeping it. Anyway. And this lives at the top of my altar. You've probably seen it in videos if you come around before, but yeah. Anyway. That's me. Do it divine. Film it as you go along. surprise yourself. It's fun. Today, after this, I was thinking of going in to see some magical shops in town. Um, what are you doing today? Everything that I've got is sort of like found and discovered inside of like second-hand shops and like $2 shops, we call them here. You collect glass bottles. Ah, CSI forgot me onto it. I saw a couple of them and I'm like, I love decanters naturally, and I love glassware. I love the art inside of it. I love the weird shapes of them. Um, and yeah, I like reflective things too. So I'm a little bit like a magpie. I think I'm very much trickster-y energy, I think. Very Sagittarius. I'm very, very attuned to the potential of a Sagittarius. I do too. I like going to it's called Spellbox in town. Um it's where I get a couple of the tools that I use for mostly cleansing and protection work. Like I haven't, so in the stores they've both got, so there's a children's section which I still visit because sometimes I don't think I've gotten one of everything before in that shop before, so I'm waiting to complete the set kind of thing. You go into the store and the children go to the right and the adults go to the left or whatever, and there's a wheel, and so you spin a wheel and it stops on just a random number with a symbol on it, and then you find the card that matches the symbol and the number, and that has an option for you to purchase a spell with it. And so yeah. G'day, Obi Kovna 92. How's it going? I don't know even. Bekovna. Oi Bekovna. How are you? I hope I have not butchered your name. Obi. Oh. Oi. Stop trying. I'm just puttering around, moving stuff around. What time are you going? I don't know. I had meant to come and be a little bit more prepared, but I literally just finished watching two other YouTubers go live, namely the Draconic Priestess and JDB released a single, which was absolutely lit. Both of those things were, and yeah, I just thought I'd share it with people generally. But this might go to the member side. I don't know, because I thought maybe I'd pull cards here, but yeah, I don't know what time I'll end up going out, which is the answer to the question. The road seems busy heading into town, which I don't really care for traffic. Alright, cool. I wondered what kind of people would appear inside of chat for just something like this. But yeah, I'll give this conversation 2 minutes and then I'll disappear to a private forum, which is easier. Yeah. I literally thought to come here and do some cards, but now I'm like, I actually want to go on an adventure into town. I wouldn't mind doing cards too, but I do actually want to go on an adventure into town. Yeah. I keep seeing trucks. I keep getting the feeling like Somebody's moving. Everybody's moving. That's the true feeling I keep getting. Everybody's moving. Peru, Egypt, India, Rome, Greece, Spain. They're my list. I don't have to fear my fear. I can use it as a way to get closer to love. I send a prayer of love to all beings in need of a miracle. Where else but Queensland? I want to become a dive instructor. Would people keep watching my channel if I showed you the Great Barrier Reef through my channel? And I pulled away from tarot content while I did. Because some level of me is like, what is video logging? What is vlogging? Travel vlogging? I could do that on the side of tarot readings and stuff. I want to be like the underwater version of Aladdin. I can show you the reef. Show you the wonderful species. Come on a magic. Come on an underwater ride. A whole new world. Just careful, cause you can't breathe. And if you try, you'll need a tank. Don't worry, I've got you. Hold my arm. And I'll show you a whole new world with bubbles, fish, and plankton too. I want to swim with a whale shark. Oh, if you want to see a blue whale giving, I think it's a blue whale, mind you. Might have been a sperm whale. If you want to see a whale giving birth, go and find what at YBS or at Youngbloods. And Brody put a video up where he literally had his drone out somehow because he was on a boys' trip. They were collecting food for the family back in town because I think they're still a bit disconnected since the cyclone or the rough weather. And he captured the moment that the whale was giving birth. All of the gents on board were looking over, gawking, saying, "What's going on? What's it doing? Like, what's it doing?" And then in a moment, you just see a small whale, like nothing seems to happen to the mother, but in a moment you just see the baby whale swimming around the mother, and then I'm like, did he just capture that with a drone? Like, what? Anyway. I think that when you choose to be a part of the internet world, you have a choice to decide what direction you're going in. And so I'm appreciative of all the people that put light into the conduit for people to access, because obviously we can too use the platform to express feelings and emotion. It's an artistic expression. I think this is my favorite thing of YouTube. You can scroll and swipe and do all these things, and ultimately you're never going to really see the same thing twice, even if it's within the same niche or category. And when it's a true self-expression, when it's not performative, when it's just for the love of the expression, just through the love of expression. That's the most magic part. Like, that's the more magic part to watch. That's the beauty of being on a platform like YouTube. You really can, if only, change the world or yours. Because one day, while you're deciding if you're going to become a figure who appears on the internet to demonstrate an idea, to demonstrate a personality, to demonstrate interest, whatever it is that you decide to do with your channel, I think that the greatest encouragement that I can give you from this channel, even if it's unsolicited advice, is to constantly enjoy who you are and allow that validation that you give yourself from completing, truly completing, like not having the desire to just dream of doing things, but truly putting action towards the dreams, allowing yourself to progress through just maybe an Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn type expression. And I mean, this is really vague, but a cardinal expression, good at beginning things, good at completing things, maybe needing assistance or community to get through the middle parts. And this is just it. Aces in their places. We can have all of the dreams and all of the energy, but sometimes the place that the energy is leaking happens to be happening from inside the house. So when you're watching yourself and you're expressing yourself, the easiest form of expression doesn't really take writing up a script or preparing any kind of ideas. It's just knowing who you are, knowing where you're going, knowing what you're doing it for, and being willing to do anything to achieve it. This world is so impermanent. This world is so open to change. It just begins with having an open mindset, or having an open mind and being willing to participate. As yourself, as you wish to, as you desire to. Like, I don't know. Is this all nonsense, or is this making sense to someone out there? I look like Magda Szubanski when she was on Kath and Kim. So I have the hair of a short, frustrated netballer. No dramas. Oh, you'll have to tell me where we're going. I would love to show you the places that I know, but yeah, you'll have to let me know where we're going. If we're going together, otherwise, you'll have to send me some photos of when you get there and what you did. Because yeah, I think it would be nice. I usually like to go and get a hot chocolate or a mocha before I walk in, just because I like to have the chocolate in my body, and also the caffeine doesn't hurt. Oh my gosh, skiing in the Aspen. Well, yeah, you're going to have to teach me how to ski, AMZ. I've skateboarded. I've gotten on a surfboard twice in my life, I think, and it was a longboard, so I don't know that it counts fully. And I have tobogganed. On snow, but I've never done anything snowboard or skiing. I'm a dive. No, not a dive master. What am I? I'm a rescue level diver up in Queensland, or I've got the ticket for Australia, I think. But yeah, I'm a PADI rescue level diver. Um, I've got nitrox, and I've got license or registration to actually carry out works underwater, and so yeah, um, I would love to complete my engineering and fabrication ticket and then go and find a job on an oil rig somewhere and just become an underwater welder. Yes, please. Ah! Since, like, I don't mean, since, yeah. Then what's the in between of this message? The fixed signs. So, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio. This is where you really become, it's a different kind of energy. The fixed signs are different energy to the cardinals. They are the people who enjoy the vision that was inspired or the vision that was realized. They are the people that will really, through their life, through their expression, they will teach you or show you how to enjoy the moment, how to savor the moment. That Taurus and Leo energy for me is very much like, get sexy with it. Why not? Like, Taurus energy is responsive to Venus's movement, and at the moment, Venus is in Leo, and so those two energies for me are hitting together. Like, I'm seeing volcanoes erupting, I'm seeing the earth moving, like I'm seeing, it looks like the Heavenly Father and the Divine Mother are creating something. Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening. Well, it's the dream. It's the dream that we, the children inside of this dream, can co-create with the dreamer. Obik. Can't even say that again. I tried to say hello to you before. 092. I give up. Never mind those lyrics before. Never heard those lyrics before. Duh, lol. What? In simple language, can you explain how astrology works? The lights in the sky. Wait, in simple words. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, might just tell you where you are up above the world. So bright, like a candle in the night. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, might just carry you somewhere far. Yeah! Is that simple enough? I like it. What happened? That moz stuck looks good. What? I don't know what you're talking about. You live now. My sister just went to bed. Egg Wallace. Egg Wallace. Who's your sister? Are you gonna be a ski star, AM? What's your talent? I feel like, do you know the movie Miss Congeniality? You know when she's she's competing to become a Miss. She's competing to become a Miss. I don't know, Miss United States or something. You actually tore your ACL, MCL, meniscus skiing, but wow. That's a shame. Sorry, mate. That's career ending. Ciao, Becca. Thanks for being here. Yeah, those are serious injuries. Was it a failed land or what happened? That could be anything. The first thing my mind goes to is a landing. No dramas. And then the last group or category of energy that I want to talk about, because I'm splitting this up with conversation, I don't know how, but anyway, is the mutable signs of the Zodiac. But I'm talking about energy, so I'm talking about mutables. Sagittarius, Virgo, Gemini, Pisces. Gemini and Virgo, both of those placements respond to Mercury. Sagittarius responds to Jupiter. Pisces responds to Neptune. Sorry, I've got a note. I've got notes right there, and I've got notes right there. I can show them. And, yeah. Slipped on black ice and ski didn't eject. Woo! My first and only question is, how long did it take for you to get the pain under control? That sounds horrendous. I don't know. For me, feel like things that happen in the cold weather tend to feel a lot more dramatic just because of the potential for... Yeah, anyway. Oh no, as long as you're not in pain. Like that's the problem with pain. If it's like, and chronic pain is the worst. And anything to do with bones is horrendous as well. And especially if you've been at a certain level of fitness before in your life and you're not able to do the things that you're just accustomed to or used to being able to do without second thought, this is where it hurts more than just in physical. It hurts in the whole experience. So yeah. How are you with it all now? G'day, Jody. How's it going? Wow. So you're a full-on athlete. Listing as gymnast, dancer, sports. No. Pain is... Yeah. To the energy of the mutables, it's like Once you're through the timeline in the energy of cardinal energy, so think the beginning of spring or the beginning of winter, which is the period that we're in now in the top hemisphere and the bottom hemisphere. Cardinal energy will be moving towards nesting, fledglings, butterflies, offspring, birth, rebirth, and on the southern hemisphere we're going through the opposite, the slowing down. And so there's an acceleration happening in the northern hemisphere and a deceleration happening here in the southern hemisphere. And so cardinals down here might be finalizing things. This would look like a harvest season or preparing the field for a wintering session, preparing the ground with top cover or mulch so that you don't need to come back and do weeding when you return to it when the weather is right, or even preparing winter harvests, so getting those potatoes in the ground. It's a slower energy process, but down here in the southern hemisphere, the cardinals might slip into fixed sign energy and work on those longer term projects which you didn't have time for before, when the weather isn't that great, when you're not feeling like leaving the house. The year of the hermit last year and even the year of the snake last year helped me sort of put my placements, put my whole trajectory based on the north node that I've got into coherence, so I can see cardinal, fixed and mutable energies being cycles or seasons that we pass through depending on what timeline you're watching. So you could be watching the timeline of the moon, you could be watching the timeline of the sun, you can be watching the timeline of Venus or even Mars. They move at different paces. And so who's your 5D guide? Who is guiding you? Who is shining a light on things you could potentially do? Who is intuitively leading you to one place or another? It's an experience that happens in layers more and more and more. To the point, the northern hemisphere might be beginning their season of movement, beginning their season of action, beginning their season of assertion. I'm hearing like summer body, I'm hearing like New Year's parties, I'm hearing Christmas parties. It's like this is the period even where gratitude can come into the equation, where you have examples of Thanksgiving, even Hanukkah. These kinds of, I've been watching the OC, so sorry. Events give you time to pause and reflect, but I think Thanksgiving is actually another event. I don't know. For some reason I know it as something else, but I don't know if that's disrespectful to somebody else. Why do I know it as Turkey Day? That might be from How I Met Your Mother. I have no idea. Maisie, how's it going? Love is the only power that exists. Yep. Love is more than the way you look at me. Love is more than simple ecstasy. Love me or hate me, that's still adoration. Who is that? And so, mutable signs, can I finish the point? It's your ability to remain malleable. I'm imagining a piece of clay, and then because we just got a love interaction in chat, it's like I'm hearing, oh my darling, I hunger for your touch. Love, Lua. I need your love. Oh my lord. And I'm seeing the clay on the wheel, and I'm seeing the two sets of hands. Sam Wheat. Oh yes. Oh, that's such new moon energy, in my opinion. It's like, oh, sending you love and light. Bye. Goodbye. Anyway, what else? Well, did I even talk about the freaking point? No. What is the point anymore, Spirit? I'm confused. I think mutable signs, correct me if I'm wrong. This is like a mishmash of astrology and channeling, and I don't know what's happening. I feel like I'm going on an adventure. I feel like I'm going to be going on a road trip. And I keep bloody hearing, we're going on a trip on a fairy rocket ship. We're going on it. And it's like, it's time for the magic school bus. All the things. All the things you said, all the things you said, running through my head, running through my head. All the things you said, all the things you said, everything. Mutable signs, they came through at the end. They come through at the end. I've realized that the pattern is 1, cardinal, 2, fixed, 3, mutable. And so I've personally always felt like I can become the glue of a situation. I can become the person who holds things together emotionally in the beginning of things. I can be the person that holds things together through things, but then I can be the person after the event that is completely broken down and needing attention, water, and vitals checked. Like, so it's been an interesting process, especially this last year and a half, going through the seasons, going through the motions, going through the processes of genuinely working on my mental health, genuinely reaching out to my psychologist whenever I need the help and I need the conversation, genuinely connecting with professionals who have spent a majority of their life with passion inside of their experience, chasing a career to be able to help the general population. The people who do these kinds of general public facing roles and do it without their ego needing to be validated as they do it, these people are few and far between, because for the most part, the world does require an ego, it does require a mask, but when you're at home and when you're safe and when nothing is happening and when your emotions are regulated and when you can really sit down and become strategic and plan, not just the rest of your day, not just the rest of your week, but the rest of your life, like, as a consideration, what is it that you want to be doing each and every single year as a consideration right now? Is a time in history where just because a friend of mine, a dear friend of mine, Sia Cypher, did the math, and I don't know what statistics she used, but I'd be interested to know. The math on the total wealth of the world divided by everybody living, or I said 8 billion people for the sake of future prediction, would be $12,500. And so I am interested to know what the debt of the world looks like and how it can be so disproportionate. Because the move from silver and gold to then paper and plastic to now pixels on a screen is going to be very interesting. And that is the only way that I am going to be able to imagine that they are going to reset the field. However, the people who already obtain precious metals, precious resources, will maintain that wealth and empire status. So, mutable signs. What do I want to say here? It's you're the third generation, and everything happens in 3 generations. If you remove generation 1 and generation 2, generation 3 will experience a different culture growing up and living. And so I always have had a general interest in having an understanding as to what happened in the time that just preceded my being born, and the 2 wars that appeared inside of the planet, and all of the misinformation. I would like to know what people think about their great-grandfathers and maybe their grandfathers having been people who were brave, courageous, strong, capable, independent. What does it look like when an entire society has those people who are willing to stand up disappear from society? And then what happens to the society that those people then return to? Because trauma affects your DNA. It doesn't just affect your memory and your blood is changed forever. Mason, would you like for me to give you some attention? Love, CTF, love definitely looks like that. Love's not wine and candlelight haze, it's jokes, truth, sharpening ways. 2 souls pushing each other to grow, laughing at things only they know. Yeah, that sounds like marriage too. Hope to find a love one day, but I do love myself, staying positive. Yeah. But the whole point of the ego is to defend you, which is love. I don't know. I think potentially you could be having a different conversation than I am. Feels like the direction that I'm going in is a little bit different to yours. I just abused some of my poetry. Right, I was joking around. Oh, CTF. I read it like, I don't know. I literally just read it like, what? Like, when I eat food, I get into like this glucose stupor. I yesterday likened it to Homer Simpson's food coma. Like, yeah, that's fine. But I don't know, the internet is permanent, and I don't know if you're going to go back into this feed and delete every single message or not, but yeah, just looks like you need my attention. And you have every right to answer that. Why are you doing what you're doing at all? Feel free. Can I suggest that you jump onto one of these social media platforms and get in front of the camera yourself? Because honestly, not that I'm not appreciative of these interactions, because obviously by you having this interaction with me, I'm very, very, very aware, and I'm very grateful that you're giving me your attention, and then vice versa when I'm giving you my attention. But overall, I'm at year 2 of my journey. So this is really the year that I express my values and start to consider where as a channel I'm going to draw my resources moving forward into the 12-year journey that I've set ahead of myself. So yeah, this moment here and now is giving a little bit of year 8 vibes that I've talked about before, but I don't know. To be disclosed. Because as always, you can just spend, like, it's giving, you've got a lot of time. I didn't connect by chance. Think about it. We are all spirit existing within spirit. Yeah, and once you understand what you're saying, we are, like, I myself actually don't have to be here at all. At all. I don't have to be inside of this experience at all. I don't need to go out into the field at all. I don't need to leave my home at all. I don't need to... My purpose inside of this reality is mute. My existence inside of this human timeline is barely a hair in the totality, and civilization has existed for less than 1% or around 1% of the 315,000 years that our species has been roaming this planet. Like, we are unnecessary. Like, and so more often than not, I have these interactions with people more and more lately, and I go, well, my response to your questions are unnecessary. Your questions are unnecessary. My answers are unnecessary. My existence is not needed. That is the trick of the ego, to think that you have to do anything at all. And you will either sit inside of the observer, or you will sit inside of the ego, and you will do, or you will be, and that is what it is. Like, nobody's gonna judge you for it. Like, when you get further into all of this conversation, you really do let go of it all. Like, you really can just be here and switch the gears as often as you want to. Like, it's... It's all a joke. This is all a joke. We have spent the last 400 years here in the Western civilization of the world creating vehicles of combustion engine, and we have created fragile homes that barely exist natural disasters after natural disasters. And here in Victoria, here in Australia, I was a part of the boom in housing development for Chinese investment. So we, for the most part, all of Point Cook, I feel like, all of that new finger in Point Cook where Simmons was sort of running, that entire section, I remember doing the fences for those houses, and like we were there for months. And so we would have done hundreds of homes, and so then it was always interesting to me because we would then go and do maintenance on these properties, and I don't know that they were lived in. Like, it felt like a ghost suburb. Why am I talking about this? Why am I talking about this? How did I get here? Don't care. Sagittarius, Sagittarius, Virgo, Gemini, Pisces. When you understand that you can move with the energy of a cardinal when you understand that you can stay still with the energy of a fixed sign. When you understand that you can be mutable in between both of those energies, you see the image of yourself becoming something like that line inside of yin and yang, action and receiving, swinging around each other constantly, and then the mutable signs doing the dance in between, filling the space, filling with harmony, and all three moments in times. Like, within this experience, many people are operating on many different timelines, and like I said, if you're using the energy of the sun, or if you're using the energy of Mercury, Venus, the moon, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, Chiron, whatever it is that you're using as a measure of time, even just the simple human construct we created, which is just digits on a face. Like, ancient technology inside of me wants to tell you, if you're trying to figure out the time, point to midday and figure out the time, or point and figure out the time. Like, it's not very, very difficult. A lot of what is happening inside of this experience is unnecessary. A lot of what is happening inside of this experience is as pointless as trying to understand the meaning of existence. Go out and watch a butterfly. Go out and watch a bee. Go out and find the hive. Go out and find where the butterfly rests. Will the butterfly make it through the night, or will it get eaten by a predator? Will the bees survive through the winter, or will they starve because they weren't able to access enough flowers? Like, this entire experience is not for human consumption. We prioritize ourselves way too much inside of this experience, and then we forget that just because we level out a tarmac, and just because we build a building and call it a terminal, and just because we have people with booklets that give them permission to travel from here to there, doesn't mean that that land wasn't occupied before by nature, by everything that exists around us everywhere. If we give it room, we are the invaders of everything. Us putting ourselves in the center of the experience poisons everything else around us. Separate your need for validation. Become the person who masterfully gives yourself everything that you need, and then allow yourself just to enjoy reality as it presents itself to you. Life then becomes very binary, very simplified. It becomes yes or no, and that's it. You'll either continue taking steps forward, or you'll take steps towards something else. Life is as necessary, is as important as you decide it to be. But ultimately, that's just an idea, that's just an opinion, and I think what I'm boiling down to is it's just so human. And I think that, for the most part, is why I like reading tarot cards, not specifically doing just channeled messages. Because I think there are a lot of species that have been on this planet. There have been plenty of civilizations who deemed themselves as going to be on the face of the planet forever, and the only remnants we've got of these planets is megalithic structures that they were able to build together. And more and more and more, I'm starting to wonder how many artisans there were in the day and how much of the work was paid and what was slavery. Like, I wonder even today, because I genuinely feel somewhat confused by people who have been, and I mean, I'm somebody who was a part of it too. I genuinely feel so confused and pity for people who exchange any amount of their day for a wage or a salary. Especially if they're giving the first part of their day. You're expected to come into work, you're expected to have a positive attitude, you're expected to give the best parts of yourself. They offer you refreshments in the form of coffee or tea, which are very high in caffeine, and they allow you to go on a very quick break to then replenish your energy to continue working at that peak hour of your day. And for the most part, if you're somebody who is enjoying their experience, if you're somebody who is enjoying their life, you're exchanging hours in your day, you're exchanging the best parts of your energy in your day, and then the people who you want to be a part of your life, or the people who are a part of your life, get the leftovers. They get to enjoy whatever's left behind, I guess. Whatever you've got left. You're in Africa. Um, What do you want from me? Why don't you run from me? Why are you scared of me? Where do you go? Say it, spit it out. What is it exactly? The pain is the amount. Cause calling you out, cause I wanna end me. It's probably something that shouldn't be said out loud. Wow. So bury the hatchet or bury a friend right now. The debt I owe, gotta sell my soul. Cause I can't say no, no, I can't say no. While my mouths are closed, my eyes won't close, and I can't say no. I can't say no, careful. Can you feel the high? Can you feel the high? Shirley! DNA? Oh my god, you're here! DNA! Haven't seen you in a minute. I've been checking your shorts out. Oh, that sounds so weird. I've been seeing your shorts come up on my For You. Ask me anything kind of style. Fucking cool. I literally, if I can't do editing. I bloody cannot do editing. It's like, there is a part of me that comes out that is like the weirdest kind of perfectionism that I absolutely, like, I become repulsed by the person that I become when I'm editing. Like, I can't do it. So, for the most part, you are pretty much just gonna see live content or videos that I've re-uploaded as a video from this channel, because editing hurts me. Do you really want to hurt me? Oh, yeah. Do you really want to make me cry? Do you really want to hurt me? Oh my god. So, overall, sorry, I don't know if you caught the overall vibe of this message, but it was supposed to be just a general channel for cardinal fixed and mutables. And the overall vibe is, remember what happened in the previous season, remember what you planned to happen in this season, and consolidate the two. Treat it like a spreadsheet. Consolidate the two. Do your profit and loss statements, blah, 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 yada, yadas. Decide what it is. Okay, what am I going to carry along into the next as an asset? What is now becoming a... What's the opposite to an asset? A problem? Is it a problem? What is becoming a profit loss? A loss. What am I losing on? So this can literally be like attention, focus, direction. It can be anything like, what am I thinking here? Like Saturn, Mars, Venus, half Venus, and the moon, Cancer. Saturn, this is like the grounding, the remember who you are, the remember your responsibilities, become disciplined to achieve your responsibilities and master yourself. The Mars energy, it's the actual paying attention to where you're giving your energy, where the energy is coming in, going, if it's an equivalent exchange. The moon energy, making sure that you're in tune with your feelings, your thoughts, your intuitions, whatever. Venus, love and pleasure, making sure that you are in alignment with yourself, not trying to externally validate even yourself with other people's opinions or expressions of you, giving yourself the opportunity to really realize, all right, cool. Where am I going? What am I doing? Who am I doing it for? And achieving it. Then fixed sign energy would be a little bit different. It would be the holding together of all of those things. It would be going into your mind, going into your heart, going into your experience and realizing, hold on, I've already started all these things. I can complete them. And then at the end of that completion, there is a harvest. There is a yield that I will achieve. And then I have the energy again to return to cardinal or to move into mutable energy. So then something that you can see for yourself in the procession of the zodiacs is they seem to go cardinal fixed mutable, and it's in the Aries cardinal, Taurus fixed, Gemini mutable, Cancer cardinal, Leo fixed, Virgo mutable, Libra cardinal, Scorpio fixed, Sagittarius mutable, Capricorn cardinal, Aquarius fixed, Pisces mutable. And so this is the procession of the year. So in 12 months you will have a third in the energy of cardinal energy, where you can start things, where you can finish things, and you can be proud of yourself for having done what you wanted to do when you wanted to do it. Then you have the fixed periods where maybe you don't have the energy to start something or to finish something, but you have the energy to be proud of what you have begun or what you did just complete. And so you celebrate that. You give yourself the vacation. You give yourself the ability to have pleasure in yourself, pleasure in your own outcomes, pleasure in your own fruit, because you achieved it for yourself. Moving into mutable energy, this is where you can just spin the wheel. It's the wheel of fortune. Like, decide for yourself. Am I going to be starting something in this period? Am I going to be enjoying, celebrating something in this period? Or am I going to do a blend of the two and maybe something new? I don't know. Everybody uses energy and time differently. We all do have the same 23.57 hours in the day as each other, but some of us somehow live more in the days, in the weeks, in the months, in the years than other people do. And some people don't need to have the same amount of joy and experience and passion for the moments that they do get to create when they're creating them. All in all, right now, I feel like my channel has been encouraging you, the people who are watching right now, the people who are resonating with this. I want you to take away that if somebody who on this side of the camera can have mental health diagnosis of anxiety and depression, can manage my way through it, can somehow manage to appear in the morning to member site, somehow manage to appear in the morning to deliver this channeled message of maybe nonsense and maybe clarity for some people, can figure that they're going to plan the rest of their week and give themselves the same opportunity to appear like this. Like, you are somebody inside of the field who's receiving this message for whatever reason. You have found this moment in time for whatever reason. Maybe you are subscribed. Maybe you are somebody who regularly interacts inside of the chat, but maybe you're not. Maybe you're somebody who just stumbled upon this whole thing. Literally, I don't believe in coincidences. My channel is directly trying to reach out to 12 archetypal people, 12 archetypal objects in the 5D. And so the way that we choose to express ourselves, even inside of chat, is an individual choice problem situation that I don't need to give attention to. But enjoy your life as it presents itself to you in the here and now. We are inside of a Gemini moment. We did just have a Gemini new moon. I did just talk about my Gemini manifestation waters. I did just talk about my Gemini and Sagittarius manifestation waters. The potential inside of mutable signs, mutable seasons, is the potential that I draw on for the most part inside of this channel, because my mum was an Aries and my dad was a Taurus. My grandmothers are both cardinal signs, and my grandfathers are both mutable signs. And so, you know, do your own homework, do your own research, but there's not necessary to look very far. I promise you, you are a very interesting person, the person that's connecting with this message, because honestly, I believe myself to be an absolute freak of nature and weirdo. And I love it. It's taken me 35 years to get to this point in my life, and I'm never, ever, ever looking back and having anything more than love for my past, because once upon a time, people might not have even made it to 35 years old, and maybe once upon a time we used to live all the way up to 105,000 years old, maybe. I don't know. But gosh, by me choosing to try and bring all of the things that happened to me in my 35 years into this moment would exhaust me energetically. And so for the most part, I wake up every day. I give gratitude for the things that are apparent and happening to me. Thank you for letting me wake up today. Thank you for letting me see the sunrise today. Thank you for letting me experience the cold today. Thank you for letting me experience the warmth today. Thank you for giving me the knowledge that I have food in the fridge. I have coffee in my stock. I have cards to entertain myself. I have streaming services to entertain myself and distract myself with. I have people that I can connect with, even if it's just from a viewer standpoint, online, and receive messages of light and potential. I am grateful that I exist inside of a time where my telephone is able to connect me to the rest of the world. What an amazing wonder it is to be living in a time like this. And so before I even need to turn on the news, or before I need to open a newspaper, or before I need to hear about what happened to K1 or K2 or K3 or KJ, I don't know, it's like a whole thing. Before you need to know what happened with who, you can just be grateful for being in your own world. Start there. And then if you feel comfortable enough to record a video for yourself, continue to there. But then I've been speaking this to a few people. If you're looking for a place to hold your data and you're not wanting to pay another subscription just to be able to become somebody who records and maybe never becomes a public figure, YouTube is a fantastic platform that gives you the ability to store. Go have a look at how many lives I've got. All of that data is saved on YouTube, and my camera options are maximized so that then when I do decide to get to the editing stage, stay tuned for year 8, by the way, we're in year 2. This is where you get to realize that you can go back in 8 years' time. I can go back to all of my lives and I can download them onto a hard drive and have them available, or even pass it over to somebody who can edit for me and ask them to specifically carve out and bring out all of the bits and pieces that I've slowly been releasing and planting as seeds inside of the field, inside of the readings, inside of the conversations. It's an unfolding event. And yeah, it's all about networking, and yeah. What do you think? Did I miss anything in chat? I'm glad you're all here with each other. What are we doing next? 6 people here, 6 likes. Oh my gosh, we've been going for an hour and 15 minutes. Gosh, you like to talk. Mystical. This is probably gonna be a video that I'll just turn over to the member side. Just save it on the member side. No, Shirley, it's weird. I have avoided coming to do this kind of download, this kind of debrief, this kind of moment, because I'm like, I like that the 22 card spread has like a beginning and an ending, like you can see it. So for me, it's like, oh, well, when do you turn the camera off? 412! 412! Well, Shirley, I think this is burning a hole in my pocket. And I really don't like that it has that. It says that backwards. It's supposed to say raw. Yeah, that. Whereas when I look at it on the screen, it's like, oh, no. Make love. Make love raw. Yeah, populate the world with more love. Hey yo, hey yo. I think all the ADHD and ADHD, all the neurodivergent people are coming up. I think the neurotypicals did a good job. I think it's time for us to acknowledge them like they want to be acknowledged and let them know they did a very good job. Very good boy. Very good girl. Do you know what I mean? Oh, that's a little bit ageist. Send them on their way. But yeah. Anti-disestablishmentarianism. Somebody came in to see a Cypher's channel yesterday and literally goes, if you were PM, what would you do? Made me laugh so hard when she just flat out goes, I'd disarm the government. I would disable the government. I was like, see a Cypher for president! I'm right for a 420 break right now. Might not be able to wait that long. Do it! Hit it for those of us that can't quit it. Earlier, literally, I was describing, like, I literally made myself a blend of my morning mix, which doesn't put me into, like, sleepy time mode. It's just a sativa. Whereas my nighttime blend is indica, a 25% indica. By the way, I get all of my stuff. If you're interested and you're in the country of Australia, you need to go to your general practitioner or find yourself a practice that will help you find the right medication for you. I have spent 12, 13 years looking for the right medication for me, and I'm happy with my choices. So just, yeah. No judgments from me, but yeah. I dropped it. I dropped my whole bowl of lettuce on the floor. And yeah, I originally did keep it underneath the guise of a bowl of lettuce story, but I don't see the value in holding that anymore. But yeah, I dropped it all on the floor, like clumsiness today. Mercury effects, maybe, I don't know, but yeah, just slow down and watch what you're doing. Oh. And then I just was like, oh well, for the ancestors. I got the blower out and I blew it all away. Leave the world behind you. And leave this world behind. Oh my gosh. Is it 1:16? Oh my gosh. I've literally been going for an hour. Bro. Cold weather brings out more injuries. 28 broken bones. Whoa, your skeleton system must be a rock now, if they're all healed. Whoa! When we don't hold fear, we express infinite intelligence, which we are. Yes. Shut the front door. That's so awful. Yes, Mercury and communication issues. Dude, Shirley, I literally just was like, my inner child was like, you're gonna be pissed. And then I was looking at it like, what am I gonna do? Like, dog hair, ash, mud from my shoes, like, just life debris, and then my blend on the floor, just on top of it all. And I'm like, what, are you gonna go and get a dustpan and broom? And then what are you gonna do? Put it through, like, some kind of sieve situation? No, that's gone. That is for the ancestors. And then I was just like, had this stupid bloody smile on my face, like, and nobody saw that. Like, I was just there, like, in a moment, like, the funny thing is it's just, all that I'll say is be careful what you wish for, cause you just might get it? Now I got a confession, la 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 la. When I was young, I wanted attention, na 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 na. I always wanted to be a superstar, na 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 na. But na 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 doesn't really get you far. But I ain't complaining, da-da-do-da-dum. Cause see, when I was younger, I would say, when I grow up, I wanna be famous, I wanna be a star, I wanna be in movies, when I grow up, I wanna see the world, drive nice cars, I wanna have groupies, when I grow up, wanna be the... Do you know what I mean? Like, so be careful what you wish for, cause you just might get it? And I spoke about the ritual waters that I made with the new moon energy last night, the release or the summoning, the softening or the muting, like, I spoke last night and I spoke it to the Divine Mothers. I said to them, take away from me what is not for me. And so literally, I don't know, I felt like in the moment when I was speaking about my inner child, it felt like Hecate was looking at me going, like, it looked like, I don't know. It was fucking funny. That's all I'll say. I literally was like, and then I was like, oh well. And it was, yeah, it was like having a little sister come into my mental experience and like as if trying to tell me, oh, you're gonna be pissed. And I'm like, no, I'm not. This is actually so stupid. Anyway. But yeah, when it fell over, I was like, oh, maybe I'm not supposed to be smoking my daytime mixture anymore. Maybe I'm supposed to be choosing a later time of the day to be ingesting it now. And I mean, I have given up smoking cigarettes, so that happened naturally. I still have tobacco blended in with my cannabis, but I've been considering purchasing a vaporizer, which is about $220. So once I have purchased that, I won't need the tobacco anymore, and I can just use a vaporizer, and then that's that. That's that. But yeah. Well, you know, whatever energy you're moving in, whether you're starting something, finishing something, holding something together, celebrating something, or anywhere in between or beyond this, like, Remember where you are, who you are, why you are, and just be grateful at the very beginning of your day, because you got the opportunity to wake up, you got the opportunity to draw breath, you got the opportunity to express yourself freely, without limitation, without fear, without restriction. And that's the ultimate blessing of having an experience, or of being. It's just something we're all doing. And when you tap into your own beautiful passion, when you tap into your own beautiful creativity and you allow it to flow out, and you can be allowing that expression to flow in front of others, in front of, even if it just starts as in front of a mirror or in front of a camera, you have the potential to just express yourself, be yourself. And if anybody judges you, do what the LGBT plus community do, and take those stones and build a bloody tower, and then make sure that you give that tower to the people, and then run, because God's going to give people languages, and you don't need to be there when that happens. But you can do the planning. The architecture of life is beautiful. So yeah, maybe you're not going to build a tower and let them live in it and whatever, but maybe you're just going to build yourself a sturdy foundation with all of the bits and pieces that are thrown at you as correction or love or whatever. And just realize that if you didn't get this feedback from the external loop, from the universe, then how would you develop? How would you change? So you can even become grateful for people that come in the energy of trying to correct you, or trying to steer you, or trying to direct you, because ultimately, when you decide for yourself, person that's resonating with this message, when you decide for yourself that everything in your life is a teacher, then unfortunately, the people that come in any kind of energy to make an example of themselves inside of your experience literally just do become the example that you use to elevate your own experience. Because when you perceive what people are doing with their lives, you can decide for yourself, am I going to follow down that road? Or do I too know what's down that road already? Why don't they? We don't need to be followers anymore. This is a time, this is an age where people are empowering themselves to think, to consider, to ponder, to plan, to become strategic, without fear of people thinking that you're manipulating the system or manipulating them. No. People have been doing that for millennia. You're just choosing to show up front, and if people get jarred or triggered or whatever, that is literally not your business, in the same way that their opinion is not your business. So just enjoy your life, enjoy your expression. Dobby is free. You don't have any limitations, really. The limitation exists inside of your mind, inside of your heart, inside of your expression. But if you don't express that way, if you process it, if you alchemize it, if you use that blockage as a vaulting place, then who knows how high you can get. How high you can get. 420. It's not 420 here. Not yet. But it's that time somewhere in the world. And yeah. What did I miss? Hello, chat. I think it's time for me to brush my teeth. Maybe I should eat some more chocolate before I brush my teeth. Probably not. I've already had a shower. I've already eaten. You saw me eat the last of my chicken strip. I could pretty much just switch this over to a tarot reading if anybody wants. Or we could do it later if you want. G'day, Michael. I myself am from Australia. Everybody, do a roll call. Where are you checking in from? What nation are you checking in from? We're the koala nation down here, I guess. So we're all the bears and the cubs. Washington, D.C. Oh, the UK. Very good, very good. Queen Shirley in the house. Please do tarot. Lucretia! Aloha! You hello! How you do? I love it when you walk in. I hear all eyes in the club. They're looking at us. They're looking at us. Dun, 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 dun. Colorado. Oh my goodness. Colorado, we've been talking about you for a while. Literally, I don't know why Colorado keeps coming up. I met a couple of people in Colorado, from Colorado, while I was on a dive trip. The gentleman had on him magic mushroom capsules, THC of many different forms, and like these mints that had some kind of psychedelic property to them as well. Anyway, since then, I have always been like, wow, Colorado must be so forward if you can just recreationally be able to access these things and make that decision to access these things for yourself. Go Colorado, love that. It sounds like your friend. What was his name? I want to say it's like Paul or something. New Jersey. Jersey Shore. Oh, Snooky. I have been watching Hey You. I am doing my best to avoid going to the shores. I watched Australia Shore or Aussie Shore, and I was like, oh. We are so tragic. And it had to be in Cairns. Like, if you want to see what Cairns looks like in terms of if you're wanting to go on a young person's adventure, like bar hopping and whatnot, Cairns is a pretty safe place to send your kids. Apart from people disappearing without being safety in numbers conscious. Yeah. It's very cool little city. Traveling up to Port Douglas, a bit different. That's a little bit more of an older vibe, but you still have a bit of a party up there. Also, the gay parties on the road to Port Douglas are pretty high class, high end too. There's like 6 villas that you can rent and something like accommodation. They have moon parties, which I would love to plan a trip where I bring you as a vlog kind of thing. But I don't know. I don't know if this channel wants to see that part of this person's life, because I mean, yeah. I don't like editing, so I don't know how that would go anyway. It's probably going to come out as a bunch of shorts and really awkwardly lengthed 3-minute videos, but yeah. I just want to get on the road. Like, I really do want to hire now, I don't know what's happened, but I'd love to hire a house on wheels, whether it be a bus or a van or a people mover, whatever it is. I'm really keen to show you the east coast of Australia. And like I said, I've already seen so many people do it before, but I know that there's people that might want to see parts of Australia, and if I put a big map out and people point to it and go, yeah, we want you to show us Coober Pedy. Like, I would love to go to Coober Pedy and show you where opals can come from. And the whole town is this really wicked cool, feels like it's part of Star Wars, somewhat like that. Like, and they live under the ground, like in caves, and it's so cool. They're called dugouts. Anyway, I liked your candle store short and some of the others. Fair way to consume travel content. Right, cool. So, see, and then this is just it. Because I've got, that came from Culture NV. Because I don't get feedback on stuff, I just genuinely don't know what it is exactly that I'm going to do. So, for the most part, I know that I'm probably going to lose subscribers because I'm not consistent, and I'm not this, and I'm not that, and I'm not that, but I'm not going to apologize for being a human using an internet platform. That's always been my intention, to be a human being on this side of the camera using an internet platform, and knowing full well that Everything can be taken out of context. I've been watching reality TV since it first started. Big Brother was something that my mum and dad used to love watching, and so yeah, for the most part, doggo for confirmation. Something about Queensland. Something about Queensland. Because even Big Brother, that was at the Gold Coast. Weird. Very odd. Doggo for confirmation. I don't know what we were confirming there, but yeah. Alright. Something about Queensland. What about Queensland? I don't know. Don't know. Shirley, what you doing? Far out. I forgot that I'm supposed to be watching chat. Unforgettable. That's what you are. Unforgettable. No matter if you're near or far. Oh my lord. At A David ARROYO. Bye-bye, Felicia. Thank you for the laugh. Hit me with your best shot. Fire away. What sounds like a long time to be doing chores? Guess what, Mason? Again, guess what? I am aware by the time everyone can identify source itself through your infinite growth. Love heart emoji, you would remember I told you I am ADHD gift, and the gift of ADHD is to see the future. Okay. Mason, I would love to know if you heard that little bit of advice that I gave before to everybody that's listening. It was specifically targeted for you though. I give this advice to everybody who has something to say. It is much better for you to be on this side of the camera and on this side of the conversation. So I urge you to have the conversation you're having on your own channel. Because like I said before, here and now, with editing, if I so choose, I can remove this from the general public and put it into the private because it was too much for the general public to consume. I can also decide to just privatize it. I can also just decide to delete it. And so for you, because your conversation is important to you, and I can feel how important it is to you to express yourself. I've had that experience myself. That is why I'm expressing to you from the place that I'm expressing to you. I'm not inside of your chat. You're inside of this one. You have a YouTube channel. Brilliant. fantastic. And what do you do on your channel? NevTev23, you're done. I'm wrapping up. I'm just tying off loose ends for this live. I've just seen 1 hour, 40 minutes and 40 seconds. For the most part, I'm just trying to get exposure here on YouTube. Obviously, the limitation of the amount of subscriptions you can get on your account is limited to the number of human beings there are on the planet, plus the bots. So, yeah, I'm just on a general YouTube adventure, a YouTube journey, and yeah. The more that people interact with me, the more that people have a conversation with me, the longer I get to be here doing what I'm doing live and in person, reacting, commenting, responding, however I choose to. So, Mason, again, I think you could go and have your conversation on your channel. Because for the most part, if you're here for me, this is where the cosmic joke comes in. I'm not here for you. I'm not here for anybody. I'm not even here for myself. If it was up to me, I wouldn't be here. If it was up to me, I would be somewhere on a yacht with people who are having conversations about their next destination, or who are having conversations about their most recent destination, or we are all about to descend onto a dive expedition and see some ancient boats or ancient vessels, and we're going to do an ancient discovery. We're going to see some of ancient Rome's roads underwater. Do you know what I mean? Like, for me, if I were, and this is what I'm trying to establish and create through this timeline, through this conversation, through even this live, through this channel, through time, I have been slowly creating the road to the future that I would like to be living in. And each and every single person who comes through here is helping me do that. I have also said from this channel that you will have no idea why people are appearing on the internet to do what they are doing, and so you can never really be sure that your judgment will land one way or the other. You are free to perceive things as a judgment or a support. There's a song, "Love Me or Hate Me," that is still adoration. And energy is energy. When you learn how to alchemize, you just realize nothing is happening to you personally. And if you take that if that's your takeaway, that, oh, why is life happening to me? It's sort of the outlook of, oh, it's raining on my birthday, or like, oh, they didn't have the color that I wanted, or they ran out of my favorite, or like, it's like, it didn't happen to you. Like, it didn't happen to you. Like, it happened to you and everyone else that has been at this same spot in time. Like, so being able to step away from how personal everything is, being able to step into self-expression and just sit in self-expression, it becomes effortless. It becomes the joke that I'm talking about. The true joke that energy does not require me to have an expression or be one way or the other. I can just experience this thing called life at the same pace as everyone else, and there's no right or wrong way to do it. However you're most comfortable, that would be the correct way to do it. Other than that, the world is literally your oyster. Like, to bring some reality into all of this, go and have a look at the e-files if you want. Like, hooly dooly, some people are going to the very corners of morality and trying it. Like, That would be like Carpe Diem, but more like with the tone of fuck around and find out. Gross. Yeah, bro. Or yeah, sis. People keep talking to me. I forgot that I did this on the public side. I was literally just supposed, like, I think I was supposed to put this on the member side, but literally it was like, I don't even know what we're still talking about. Z. Like, it's literally, I'm like, I finished talking about what I wanted to talk about. Now I'm just daydreaming. I'm dreaming of all the potential of today. Wondering what I'm gonna do with it. It's just beautiful. Could be a good day for me to take my drone out, go to the beach, send it off for a little bit of a fly around. If it wasn't so cold here, I might even be able to jump in the bay. But no, too cold for me. Could find a rock pool, go find some nice rocks. Like I said, I'm only like 4 blocks away from the beach here, but I've been such a homebody. Even I've got Chadston here. I've got Chadston like 20 minutes down the road or something. I haven't really looked into it properly, but down the road, and I could be going to the fashion capital and showing you all of the shops that you could go and put money into. Actually, I wonder if there's a magic shop there. Anyway. What do you need help with, AMZ? Divine Elemental, you're here! Again! How are ya? The sky is gorgeous. It's red, purple, orange. Oh, we had a pink sky this morning. Pink sky in the morning, sailor's warning. Yeah. Watch your emotions if you're going to be walking on water today. I like the way you do that, right? Burr, right, burr. Ooh, 14748. 1474, 78. Red and yellow and green and blue, purple and orange and green. Oh, the doggos are so cutie patootie. Oh no, she's crying. Athena, it's okay. Athena, it's okay. Oh. Poor little Baba. Oh, it's like, I don't know. You're okay, Athena. It's alright. It's alright. You're okay. Daddy will be back soon. Your daddy will be back soon, sweetheart. It's okay. Far out. It's like wailing. Oh, my poor little Baba. Oh, anyway. I'm gonna disappear. Oh, Oh, are they here? I booked them for 9 in the afternoon. They're early. AMZ. And to be honest, I booked the surprise package, so I'm going to have to get a refund. Catch you later, CTF. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. That was just a whole moment of cry, cry, wail, wail, moo, moo, a moo, moo. Oh, I forgot I said something. Yeah, and I mean that's the fun part of live interactions when chat doesn't have your attention, and then you come back to chat and chat doesn't know what chat's talking about. But yeah, because pretty much everything that's happening is based on my path of awareness, and people for the most part can garner it or not. Yeah, for whatever intention. Acoustic Poppy 807. You look so lost and shy at the same time with the cry face emoji. Oh. Alright, have a good one, AMZ. I'm a tool. I'm just a tool. I'm a tool and a fool trying to not be such a mule. You know what I mean? Not the brightest tool in the tool shed. Not the sharpest knife in the drawer. You know what I mean? I'm just enjoying myself. Like literally, I gotta go. I'm not really doing anything. I'm not really building content. This is terrible content creation. I mean, there's layers of it that I'm practicing room work, crowd work. I get opportunities to banter with people who come through with different energy, and yeah. Acoustic Poppy 807, I get you. You're doing great, man. Cool. I've got no benchmark, I've got no measure for today, so I've been like I said through a couple of the videos that I've got on my channel, dealing with mental health. I've been trying to recover from anxiety and depression my whole life, and you know, the hardest thing for me was waking up in the morning and making my bed and having an organized bedroom. And well, I've got an organized bedroom. I vacuumed this morning. I fed myself this morning. I've been outside already this morning. I am dressed to appear live on the card reading that I was going to do, but I'm also just comfortable to be here now inside of this moment. Like, and I'm sure that there's a purpose to all of this thinking. It's like being stuck in the Ponsive. Love it. If I'm ever stuck inside of logical mind or creative mind, I like to like switch gears into feminine energy just so that I can just receive. And yeah. Gonna make tea, no dramas. I should disappear. Like, I don't know why I'm still here. To the 5 of you who are still here, tell me, why am I still here? What are we talking about? What are we doing? What are we doing? What's going on? And I say, hey, yeah. If I was able to communicate with other YouTube content creators, which content creator would you want me to have come through and interview? I mean, obviously, people like to look at numbers. They like to see how big you are in the exposure department. But yeah, in the future, one day when I have the ability to approach people who might want to collaborate on that level, what kind of content creator would you want me to see here? And I said, Tikapatana. Huh. Teka apa tahana. How are you? Kia ora. Aloha. Aloha hui. Aloha hui. I had a dream. I got everything I wanted. Oh, I'm off the hook properly now. I can go. All right. That's it. Chris, I need to practice my cards more, I think. No dramas, Shirley. Dido. AMZ, that's what I was trying to say when I was asking you about something, but it's a whole thing that's not yet fully a thing for this thing. I get it. Anyway, can I go now? I think Case, he understands. He doesn't care about number and levels. Huh? Numbers, levels? As I look at my completely arrayed plays, but good for real. Don't disappear, but call it a night, my dear. No joke, I think the same way as you do. Many people were in your place when they first started. Yeah, no, right, sorry, my whole thing. I wrote this down yesterday. No, not for the internet. Anyway, I wrote something down on a piece of paper yesterday, and yeah, I'm on the path that I'm on, and I'm going to use everything that has ever happened in my past to help me make educated choices to project myself into the future with as much comfort and stability as possible. And if people are disturbed by my willingness to find peace or disturbed by my methods of finding peace, then I believe that they will eventually vibrate out of my experience altogether, or I will vibrate out of theirs. In the energy and stylings of Mary Poppins, I'll be the spoonful of sugar until you go on a diet, and then once you no longer require it, I'll be gone. I'm Mary Poppins, bitch. Like, I'm not necessarily trying to be anything more than what I am, which is a little bit less depressed than yesterday and a little bit less anxious than yesterday, and fingers crossed, maybe one day, neither of those two things. And for the most part, if I keep showing up to my appointments with my psychologist, if I keep showing up to my appointments with my general practitioner, if I keep showing up to appointments to make sure that my health is looked after and that I've got all of the nutrients and foods at access, if I have a roof over my head, a bed to sleep on, a shower to get clean in, a toilet to use comfortably, privately, no matter what it looks like to anybody else, I'm winning. So the opinions and validation from others are not necessary, not required, and ultimately not inside of my plan for my life. Like, nobody really knows what you're trying to achieve with your day, what you're trying to achieve with your platform, what you're trying to achieve with your life, unless they are in your inner circle. And for the most part, if you are somebody who keeps your own journals, if you are somebody who keeps your own professional relationships and private relationships at different levels and different speeds, then know that what I'm saying is not new. It's just a fact of life that we enter into responsibilities, we sign contracts, we meet our responsibilities, we meet our contracts, and then we move on. Like, the greatest thing of being somebody who is a renter is I get to move from state to state if I want to. If I figure out how to have the minimal amount of things that I need or want to have around me at all times, then I could be moving every month if I wanted to, be moving to a completely new place. I've got a passport that has validity in it. I don't know what countries I'm allowed to go to or not allowed to go to. I could be anywhere. This could be happening anywhere. This could be happening not at all. And so, yeah, I show up the way that I want to show up, and everything else is just noise. Like, for the most part, I am just one individual person on this planet expressing themselves the way that I'm choosing to express myself. And everybody has the same opportunity if they want. You too could be doing this thing here and now if you wanted to. But yeah, so for all of these reasons, thank you very much to the 11 people who have come through and left a like on the video. Thank you so much to all of the people who are members. Thank you for hanging out with me this morning on the short live, and then thank you for hanging out with me throughout this message here. I think once you understand the bits and pieces that I pepper throughout the entire 2 hours that this has been going, this experience is so fleeting. So enjoy it. Enjoy every single day. And if you're exchanging any amount of time of your day for a paycheck or an equivalent exchange at the very minimum, I hope, then make sure that you're getting what you deserve. Make sure that you're getting what you need from the experience, and make sure that you're not taking more than you need to either, so that the general field can collectively grow, that the general field can collectively move where it wants to, so that everybody can continue winning. Because really, in my opinion, if anyone's losing, then we're all losing. And weirdly, when a good friend added up the total value or the total finances in the world and divided it by the total amount of people on the planet, the approximate figure came out to $12,500. So if we divided all of the money that was in the world by all of the people that are in the world, and we all got $12,500, and then that's the end of money, what would you do with it? What would you do? And then convert that to years. Say you got 125 years of life. What are you going to do with your life? Here in Australia, the retirement age is increasing and increasing, and so very soon it might look like 80-year-olds going into work at McDonald's. Hi, can I take your order, please? No pickles on the cheeseburger. Okay, drive forward to the next window, thank you. I don't know. I don't know. And then what is it going to look like? Like, I mean, Futurama gave us a funny picture of what it might look like. Maybe we are going to have to put some kind of chip inside of all of the actors' heads to keep them appearing on side of robot bodies, so that then we can continue to have the Matrix running as business as usual. But I don't know, like, I don't know, what's gonna happen to us? Like, I don't know. I feel like as a civilization, as a people, we are at a peak of civilization, and the chaos that is being engendered by leadership at the moment is delicious to observe, and very, very, very alarming to watch happen so uninhibited. It's like the ability to use a pen instead of a sword, and the ability to hide behind the Capitol walls and never need to do anything more than install a hospital or a bunker. I mean, who said that? While the rest of the world decides how they're going to treat with you. Do you know what I mean? This world is weird and wonderful. It's like sometimes I forget. The silver screen is just the silver screen. It's not real. It's just a fiction for us to enjoy. And yeah, For entertainment purposes only, you should use your own discernment. Please, if the message doesn't resonate with you, don't try and make it fit. This story won't resonate with everybody. This is quite a specific message. Not everybody will understand. Not everybody needs to. Not everybody will believe, and not everybody will find this message. So if you're one person who has found this message today, I'll say there are 11 likes here. There are 5 people currently here. Well done. You are somebody who is able to push through noise, push through volume, push through echoes of things that have happened before, and you're able to perceive what it is that you're here to do in your timeline, on your time, not anybody else's. And then when you achieve what it is that you're here to achieve, you will move on to the next life, and you will do a lot better next time than you've done this time. I promise you. It happens in every single life. Oh, it gets easier to draw on the memories that you have lost. And when you decide to incarnate, regenerate, and all of the things in between and experience the moment, the source consciousness, in a moment, in a lifetime, in a short time, whatever it is that you do for yourself, for the collective, congratulations, well done, keep doing it. And yeah, thank you for choosing to express yourself as you are. It gives everybody else the opportunity to choose how they want to react, respond, and measure themselves against the reality that we are all creating together. So thank you for joining me in this here and now moment. Thank you for joining me in this weird and wonderful planet that has taxes and fees and all these weird things when everything's already paid for, because nothing costs anything really, and it's just a illness of the mind that we collectively are attached to. And yeah, anyway, enough nonsense. Did you get any of that? Rick. Anyway, bye. I'm gonna go to a magic shop and I'm gonna buy, I don't know, what am I gonna buy? I want to buy a golden resin because I saw CSI for use it last night. So yeah, anyway, that was a whole bunch of everything and just talking. I just saw 20707. Ooh, 7700 0077 0707. Don't know. Anyway, bye. Have a good one. Thanks for catching this. Lucky you. Anyway, bye.